What's up, what's up, what's up? You're listening to another episode of our Journey of Love podcast. It's your girl, Ashlee, and I'm here with the husband. What up, babe?
What up, though?
Listen, love's a trip. We went from being best friends to being husband and wife, and let me tell you, it's been a journey.
Tune in as we discuss our fun, inspiring, and at times challenging conversations. Whether you're single, dating, engaged, or married, this podcast is for you.
It's definitely for you, so let's take a ride on this journey. So, over the time, my next question that I'm posing to the group, over the time that you all have been together, has your idea of what it is to be a good wife or a good husband changed over time? And if so, how so?
Mine has changed. I come from a family of a lot of women. Some who have been married a long time, a short time, and have had one or multiple husbands. And they're all of the same kind of old school mindset of this submissive wife who kind of does like everything, the cooking, the cleaning, raising kids, and maybe also having a job. So that's kind of how I was groomed to be a wife. But in my marriage, I've learned that that's not necessarily the person that I am, nor does it fit into the lifestyle that we have. I am not a maid. I am not a servant. I am not a cook. But I offer a lot of other things to our marriage. And I've had to learn to think of my partner as just that, as a helper, and not necessarily take on all these responsibilities on my own, and still also maintain my growing career. That's just an unrealistic balance. And I just remember like kind of hearing the chatter in my ear, even after we were married, of like my aunts and my mom and like cousins saying, well, you should be doing this for your husband. You should be doing that for your husband. Well, why you ain't fix him a plate? Or you fix him a plate, but where's his fork? Or where's his drink? Or this, and this. I'm like, well, damn. Keep missing this. You see me out here struggling. Help me. Chastising me. You see it? I need a fork. Get this man a fork. I just made 5 places here. So I've had to like change my perception of what a wife is, because I think a definition of what a wife is or what she needs to do is really just based on the husband or the man that she's married, and also a lot to dealing with who she is as a woman. So I've had to kind of ask for help and responsibilities around the house and ask for, I guess, more equalness in our partnership, so that I can be my best self and not lose myself in our marriage, and still allowing him and giving him what he needs from me as his wife.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I ain't had to change anything. Basically, I just, and I'm not saying this in like a silly way or anything. I didn't have to change anything of my perception or anything. I just personally had to just be a better husband. So, I mean, I knew what I wanted and what this marriage and as well as this relationship entailed when we first started living together. So I knew it was coming. I was getting prepared for it. But my whole outlook on our relationship and marriage was just to be a better husband and be able to support her in the best ways possible, as well as understanding my role and not doing things that I'm not supposed to do. So I just had to be a better husband and a better person, individual to her, along the way of what I perceived a marriage and a husband was supposed to do. So just being a better husband to her, the needs as well as our needs.
Okay. Cool. 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 So anybody else?
Well, for me, my perception never changed because I based mine off of what I grew up with. My mom and dad, they were married for a very long time up until my dad passed. So what I saw in my household, I didn't see my mom, all she did was, cook and clean. She didn't work. No, my mom went to work. She also cooked and cleaned. My dad went to work. He cooked and cleaned. They did everything together. Everything was just about being together. The type of respect that my dad had with my mom, that's what I wanted in my partner as well. So that's what I look towards. So going into our marriage, that's what I wanted. I think we pretty much wanted the same thing, all about respect. Yep. Treat people how you want to be treated. Not this relationship or marriage that you see on TV where the woman, she's having a bunch of kids and she's at home cooking and cleaning. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but again, that's not what I grew up with. I went to college and I worked and I work now. So that's what I'm used to. And sometimes you have a partner who wants that out of their wife. They want to be the breadwinners. My husband is very supportive. He likes the fact that I work. Well, here's the thing. He wants to get to a point where I don't have to work for anybody, but he likes the fact that I'll get up and I go to work and I'm all about my business. I want to make money and I want to do this. He likes that energy. So he's very supportive. And with him, he came in knowing exactly what he wanted. And for the way he grew up, he didn't have the same household as me, but he knew exactly what he wanted to be as a husband going in. You want to add on to that, or no? You're good.
Oh, you pretty much summed it up. For me, I don't. I don't believe in like what the traditional guy be thinking about. Like they want a woman to clean up and behind them all the time and cook for them and all. No, I would get up and cook for my wife and cook dinner all the time. I don't need all that. I can do it. And far as her working, I like that energy, but I don't think no man really want their wife to work. You want to see your wife just living a happy life without going to work and stress for anybody. That's just me. That's my goal and my plan for my wife, not to work for nobody and just work for us. So that's what we got going on now. So, we getting there.
That's what's up.
Nice.
The Rubens, do I have anything to add?
Well, I guess I would say for me, so I guess I grew up completely different from all y'all then, because my mom was a housewife, and she did all the cooking, all the cleaning, raising the kids, everything. That was her job. And so for me, like my mom got a job when my parents were married for over 20 years, and then they got a divorce. They got a divorce when I'm the, I guess you call it the change of life baby. So when I came along, they were already towards the end of their marriage, and I don't know if I was the one that was supposed to save them or something. I'm not sure, but just seeing that, and then like my parents were divorced. My mom got a job. She became a nurse. That was her only job. She did that from when I turned 4 or 5 years old, and so I grew up with living with my mom, who went to work, but who definitely believed that only a man could raise their son. So even though they were divorced, they were thick as thieves to make sure that my dad raised me the way that he thought I should be raised. I don't know, but which is a good and a bad thing, because growing up, when I thought about how my wife should be or how I envisioned a wife, I envisioned a housewife. I envisioned a wife that was going to take care of the kids. We're going to have a football crew of kids, and she's going to take care of all of them and do all the cooking and the cleaning. And I was going to go to work and make the money and come home and, and participate in whatever husband duties I needed to do. But as you see, I married a very strong, independent, career-driven woman. And so all of my thoughts of what a marriage is supposed to be literally went out the window. I mean, I was flying at the seat of my pants at this. I had no idea. When I came into the marriage, I had to cook, I had to clean. We had some dogs. They were like our kids. I had to take care of them. I was like, this is not how it was supposed to be, you know? But in doing that, I just learned that my thought process of what a traditional marriage was supposed to be was not how my marriage is supposed to be. You know, it's okay if you have that housewife that does all that. And that's fine. That's your business. But for us and for us to work out, you know, some roles, I was going to say roles had to be reversed, but because I guess at this point in my life, I don't believe in gender roles. I mean, I'll take out the trash. I know I don't want my wife out there taking out the trash, but I got that, you know, but I think that, I mean, I can cook, she can cook. I can clean, she can clean. You know, I change the baby diaper, she changed the baby diaper. You know, it's all fine. And so I want my daughter to grow up seeing her daddy doing things around the house so that she knows what to expect and what to look for in the man when she starts that process of dating and looking for a forever spouse for her. You know, I don't want her in the house cooking, cleaning, slaving away. You know, I have a child now. I think about it. I'm like, no way. I would not want my daughter doing that. You know, you need to find an equal partner who will support you in everything that you do, and you know, just be there for you, have you back. And so I have to learn that, and still learning, of course. But yeah. What about you?
She agrees. The baby agrees.
Right. She like, yeah, daddy, I hear you.
Fully agrees.
I hear you,
think
daddy.
For me, I had a combination of things. So my parents have been married for over 30 years. And so I was able to see at least a unit that was consistent and loving. Like they went on dates with each other. My mom worked 7
They're real
days.
cute, y'all. They real
They
cute.
are real cute. My mom worked at Kellogg's, so she was working 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts, and she would still come home and cook and make sure we was in private school doing our homework. I felt like my parents were really hustlers, and so I thought that was like really great on my parents' half to be able to create something that you don't necessarily see. And so I think that's a big part of like our relationship is that our marriage can be something that you may not necessarily see. Like our relationship isn't exactly like my parents. And when I think of a lot of people in my family, a lot of people have children, but most of them aren't married in my family. So I don't have that many examples to look to other than my parents. And so, but I think it's important that when it comes to Black love, that you set your own example and that it's not always something that you have to see outwardly, because depending on that, then you might not have the ideal marriage that's fit for you too. So I think
yeah, because I would say my aunts and uncles, everyone in my family is still married except my parents, and they all are very traditional, like marriages. You know, a housewife, and my aunts have never worked. You know, they're always been the person taking care of the home, and my uncles have all out work. So it was weird for me to live a different life, and I can see now my uncles looking like, oh, you cook. And I think when someone came over, they said, "Oh, you're real domesticated."
They did.
Really? Wow. They tried you.
As a man, think that like
Chicken
you
is
real
too bad.
domesticated. I'm like, yeah, I know how to make some barbecue sauce. Like what?
We all eat in this house.
So changing that thought process, that mindset. You know, that was a challenge, but I think we did it and doing it pretty well.
And I think it helps also to help advance your family's viewpoint of what marriage can be. Because I remember earlier last year when I went to Kenya, one of my family members was like, "I wouldn't be going to Kenya if I was a newlywed. If you leaving your husband all alone," and I was like, A man gonna do what he gonna do whether I'm here or not. I'm gonna go to Kenya. So just expanding what people think a marriage should look like. I think is good for both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that was some good feedback. Yes, y'all. I love this.
You know, it's excellent to hear y'all stories of
is.
the untraditional marriage. And on as far as ours is concerned, I've always looked at it should be that way in my personal opinion, even though my parents been together 30 plus years, and you know, my dad, he went to work, my mom went to work, and you know, she cooked, clean, and my dad, he just went to work and came home and yelled or whatever and went to work. So, but I didn't want that. And most of y'all know my dad, so y'all already know how he is. But I didn't want that for me and her, because I came in, look, I know how to cook, clean. You don't have to teach me. You know, I don't mind cooking, cleaning, working. If you want to work, you know, go get the degree, or how many degrees you want to go get it. Whatever profession you want to do, go get it. I got your back.
Yeah.
Because I think that's starting to happen with our generation, and I think that's what we need to teach our children, to push that, get that old mentality changed, and let us and set this new bar of it's just how you and your spouse is evenly yoked.
That's
and just such a way you want to, and that's the only way it's gonna work. Because doing it the old school way, everything ain't old school no more. You know, we different now. We got social media. We got all kind of stuff now. They ain't have all that. They was doing through different times. They were going through wars and slavery and discrimination and stuff like that. So things are different.
Yeah, we just got a new war. But I know for me, I grew up in a single parent household. So I didn't have, well, I don't want to say I didn't have. I think my only example per se were my grandparents. So of course they're older. And while there were elements of the relationship I wanted, there were elements I didn't, you know. So like we talked about the old school mindset, you know, my grandma, she did the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, in addition to going to work. And I didn't want that, you know, but there were aspects that I loved. I loved how my granddaddy cherishes her, and still to this day, how he protects her, how he makes sure that she has the things that she needs. So it was that aspect that I wanted. And I didn't want I need to come home every day and I have a task list of 20 additional things to do after already working X amount of hours at work. So for me, that was kind of what I saw. Like I said, I was single parent. I was raised in a single parent home. So with my mom, I saw her as the one who did it all, you know, so she did everything. So I know before we got together, I was never really, I was always raised pretty much not to be dependent on a man, period. You know, so whatever you needed, you need to figure out a way to get it in the discussion, you know. So I know that was one of the things as far as what would be a good wife in my head. I was just like, I struggle with the fact essentially of letting him be a good husband, because I'm like, oh no, I got it. You want, no, I got it. I'm good. I got it. I'm good. I got it. He's like, Ashlee, I got you. Yeah, but I got it. You know, that was my thing. So I can say my thought process of being a good wife has definitely changed. I think we're more partners. Like most of us has spoken on the panel, that we're partners. You know, there are no quote unquote gender roles. You know, no. If the dishes need to be done, just somebody do dishes. You know, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that. You know, we're not like I can't remember who said, but we're setting a new idea of what marriage can look like, you know? And I think it's important that people behind us see that marriage it really is fun. Like at the end of the day, it's definitely work. I ain't gonna ever lie to anybody about that. But it's fun. It really is fun to wake up with your best friend every day and just to do life with your best friend. It's really fun. And I don't think a lot of people see that. They see all the negative that comes with it. And I really want them to understand, like, no, marriage is dope, for real. It really is.
And I think that, like, being in this quarantine is really, like, highlighting that. Like,
Yes.
I don't envy single people right now because I'm just glad to have, like, a good-ass quarantine partner.
Right.
Like, okay, it's day 97 in the house. Let's think of something else to do. What do you want to do yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
Roommate, I got a good quarantine partner. He gonna try out all the food that I'm making and not gaining a single pound, y'all.
Correct.
I'm a little upset about that.
You won't gain a single pound.
I don't.
We was quarantined before this virus. We was in quarantine before. It's just us. No family, no nothing here, just us. And we do everything together. So
yeah.
Are y'all from Boston?
No, we're from Memphis.
Memphis, okay.
Yeah, we went to East High School.
Terrence.
We went with Terrence.
Oh,
Fillmore.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So, guys, how have you kept the fun and romance in your marriage? Doom, doom, doom.
What? Crazy.
This wasn't on the list of questions.
He memorized it. He said, you ain't asked that.
Well, I ain't gonna say nothing crazy.
Please don't.
I would say just trying to be, I don't know, doing something like, for instance, last night we had date night, movie night, and we do it in the house. Like, you can't go to many places. We up here in Cincinnati, we don't know anybody, so we can't leave our daughter with anybody. So we got to get creative, and we just, I don't know, do little things with each other, keeping it, sweet. You know, if that's the right word, and lovey-dovey, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is, but you got to do it. I don't know.
I feel like even though we've known each other for 18 years, I don't think we ever assume that we know everything or that there's nothing else to learn or that people don't change. And so, like, for one of our Valentine's Day gifts that I got for Terrence was it's tantra classes, and so
he done looked off.
Clutch the pearls.
You didn't put this on the list of questions. And so it's kind of cool. It's like a website where they like talk about different ways like to I don't know, kind of like spice certain things up, like certain things you may not know. Like, you may not know different ways of how to like create orgasms. Like, you've been thinking you're doing it correct all these times, and it's like there's new ways. And so I think both of us being open-minded. Look at him. I think we're pretty open to always learning new stuff. So I think it's good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm open. I'm willing to learn more and more. I mean, why not? This is your spouse. You know, do things with you. We got to be together for a long time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
A long time. So I'm open, willing. I'm comfortable with what I do. But
you didn't have to explain.
I can learn. Maybe I don't know everything. You know, teach me.
If y'all got some breathing exercises for me, then I'd be like, okay, yoni exercises. Then I do some yoni exercises. But I think it's good that we're both open and willing to learn and not just stubborn in our own ways.
In your own ways, yeah.
I like that.
I like that. So you gonna sign up for some classes?
Excuse me?
You gonna sign up for some classes?
Whoa, that's their relationship. Wait.
For us, we pretty much date. We go on dates every weekend because we're off. I know for him, like one example, he's very romantic and sweet. But for my birthday in September, um, COVID was high in numbers, of course, and I was getting ready to have a surgery. So instead of going out for dinner like we usually do, he made me dinner and he dressed all up. He had a little what do you call that?
Apron.
A little
Apron?
like a apron with something all sweet that he got made, and he had flowers and had wine and had music playing as if we actually went out and we had our own party, you know. For Valentine's Day, same thing or whatever. We typically we really don't care for Valentine's Day because we show each other love every single day. But we were gonna go out to dinner, but he said, you know what, forget it. Let's have our own party at home. So that's how we typically do.
Yeah.
Also, we surprise each other very often with gifts. You know, if I hear him mention something about, he's big on watches. You know, if I hear him talking about a watch or something like that, I'll surprise him with the watch. Or, you know, we
know that watch I was talking about the other
we
day.
surprise each other.
You watch I was talking about the other day?
Yeah.
I really like that. Yeah. I say the same. It's just living life. I think when you first make that step of wanting to be with somebody, you should already know what you want out of life. So when you know what you want out of life and you bring it with a person, you know, you can't help but to have everything you want. You know, you don't make, like, a lot of people make mistakes, and you see a lot of people date people and they don't like, you know, because they don't know what they want. They don't know that person. They have kids with a person and it never works because they never got a chance to get to know each other, nothing like that. Like, I think that I always have known what I wanted. And, you know, it's so easy, you know, being with her. It's so easy making her happy because it makes me happy, you know. So.
That's sweet.
That is sweet.
I done drunk a few glasses of wine.
He a little tipsy, y'all.
I feel you, bro.
Hey, he relaxed.
I've been drunk a few glasses of wine.
Gary and Amber, do you want to tell us how you keep the romance and fun in your relationship?
Then Gary had
has been very demanding through the pandemic at the time. So it's at this point in time just remembering who we are, getting back to who we are, and just doing the small things so that we can keep the romance and keep the spiciness in the relationship within the realms of what we're doing. So, like I said, I'm working on getting that back. So I'm starting with the weekends, doing things on weekends, like maybe going to the park, walking around the park, doing things of that nature. As we gain momentum back during this pandemic and get things back on track.
Full disclosure, nothing's open here. Outside is open.
Yeah.
But, like, that's it.
Wow.
Well, you know, you can always come down to Atlanta. Everything's open.
Listen.
Everything open in Atlanta.
Atlanta never closed.
See here.
Atlanta never closed. We've been open this whole pandemic. Throwing parties and...
Really? They don't say nothing about them having parties?
They've said something, but it hasn't stopped.
They don't enforce it. Yeah,
y'all wild out there, huh?
That's why I be in the house.
You got to realize they do a lot of things down here that people don't know, that they don't show on TV. But yeah, I mean, a lot runs down here. You know, they do movies. How you watching your movies at home? They make it down here. So. Right, so you got a lot of businesses. You got the airport, of course.
Hollywood,
it's so.
Hollywood making movies too now. Don't twist it. Making movies too now.
Yeah, but you know, us black folk, we don't like to listen.
My job.
Oh my goodness! All right, so I want to ask this question. I think this is an important question to be asked. What does black love mean to you?
Gotta go. So for me, black love means a lot of different things. It means understanding, acceptance, beauty. Black love is history. Black love is a lot of things that I don't think you can put together in like one word because it has so many different facets, I guess. You know, just how like Black people come in all types of colors. You know, I think the love also comes in all shapes and forms. And like just from this conversation with all of us, I can see the Black love radiating from all of y'all, from the different things that y'all said. You know, you say you look at Calvin and Marquis, you look at them, look at the big teddy bear over there. You know, he's a great guy. And Amber and Gary over there, we see y'all. Like, and I've known Amber for a long time. You know, I remember her from French class. You know, and just you're right, Madame Seals. We was in class together. Just seeing all of y'all, I can see that what I think Black love is may be different from what you may think Black love is, but it all is Black love because I don't know. It's just a beautiful rainbow of things.
Yep.
You know, things, emotions, whatever you can think of.
Take in everything what Terrence just said, and I can't sum it up in one word as far as being connection. Because like what we're doing right now is connecting. We connect with one another, and everything about the history, our lineage, and everything is a connection down to the next generation. So I think Black love in general is a true abundance of connection with one another as well as just around. So that's why I generally look at it as regardless on like you all said, we learn each other and learn new things about one another every day, every year as we grow together. You know, learn the ins and outs. As we communicate more, we connect more because now it's not hard for us to misread those body cues that we were misreading 10 years ago. It's very easy to catch on to what that really means and how we can support that individual at that time and connect with that particular situation and be able to grow. So, like I said, I agree with everything Terrence said, but I will sum it up in one word and use it as a connection.
I'll say that it is this like unspoken level of security and comfort. There are so many challenges and demons and so much fighting us outside of the home and outside of our relationship. You know, with like the protest and this civil injustice and the fact that shit is probably more racist now than it was when our parents were our age. Like, just so much going on in this world. And to know that, one, I can come home and have this, like, I don't have to explain what's going on in the world because he's also experiencing it as well. Or, you know, I see another Black couple or another couple of color, and to not have to explain, it's already just this basic level of understanding. And that like motivates me to like protect Black love even more. So like when I see another Black couple, I'm like, okay, y'all, I see y'all. Keep it going. And like just continuing to, you know, not just invest in them and encourage them, but to also continue to invest in and encourage ourselves as well. Because there's so much in this world like fighting against us. Like the fact that y'all might keep messing up. Like Calvin said, it's always something. But to know that this Black man that I married just already understands a lot of the struggles that I face in this world as a Black woman. I mean, yeah, he's seeing it from the perspective of a man, but it's a lot of like racial injustices that I face as soon as I step out the door. Like just to be able to come home and take that shield off is otherworldly.
Yeah.
No,
I second that.
Go ahead.
You want to go?
Go
ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll be talking first. You go. Black love is pretty much a display of admiration for the Black man and the Black woman. It's the love for each other, for our people, our culture. Black people, we see the world different. We have different experiences.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's more so of loyalty, showing respect for each other, having strength, understanding, working hard to last forever. Is having each other's back through thick and thin. Black love is also is raw, it's beautiful, it's pure. But at the same time, black love is also normal. You know, like what we see on TV, what they display on TV with other races. That's the same with us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except the thing is the other part of the world don't see that.
They don't
We
see
see
us.
it,
They don't see
Right.
us.
but they don't see us as
Because
having
they don't
that.
want to see us.
Exactly.
And after everything that black people went through in this country, knowing that it's possible that a black man and a black woman can come together as one and enjoy this life just like everybody else. So that's what black love is to me.
Yeah. Same to me.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
so
I love
nice.
that. Black love is normal. I've
Yes.
been thinking about this stuff. Like, yes, it's normal. It really
It's
is. Thank you.
normal.
It is normal.
I believe that, and it is.
It is. It's
Gotta
just
be-
that
you gotta
we
be
don't
normal
have
to
the
love people.
we don't have a platform really to really express the positivity as it relates to black love in general. Like you said,
Right.
the media portrays us in such a negative fashion and gives us such a bad rap that a lot of people are believing what they're being fed, you know? So understanding that black love does exist. It is beautiful, like all of you have said, and I really like what Ember said is that it's like it's a safety there. Like you can come home and you can just woosah. Your partner really understands what it's like to be black, you know, and you can just put everything out. You can bare your soul, and you know they understand where you're coming from. So there's a comfort with that. Yeah. So, you have anything, babe?
No, everybody had
The good answer, right?
everybody had good. Everybody's answer was different. Was great. I enjoy it. And this is a lot to me because I'm a part of everybody who's on this show right now. I know
Yeah.
known y'all for so long, and just to see that everybody has blossomed and grown up into our 30s, and it just amazes me that we can still carry on the black love that for our generation, and we can keep it going. And it shows proof that we can do it.
And that
Because-
it exists, because a lot of
Right.
people think it don't exist.
Right. Hey, we do like a lost ark out here. Y'all married?
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
They turned into a chick. Ooh.
Right, I don't want marriage. So being that you brought that up, what is the one piece of advice you would give to someone who is considering marriage and may have like a negative mindset against marriage and it's like, it's overrated. Marriage ain't all it seems. What one piece of advice would you give that person about the beauty that there is within a marriage and marriage in general?
If you are married to the right person,
Right.
someone who will not see you as their enemy, but sees you as their greatest ally,
Yeah.
then that makes navigating this difficult world that much easier.
Yeah.
And to also have somebody like, it's my best friend, I get to do this with my best friend. I get to, I already got a travel buddy. I got a food restaurant buddy. I got a movie buddy.
Yeah.
I got a shuttle bag. I got, hey, what you want to do? You want to be adventurous. So I know that, you know, as I move through life and as we grow, I've got someone to experience greatness with. And I get to share that greatness and my own elevation with somebody who's also elevating themselves. Now, if you married the wrong person,
Right.
then I mean, you get what you get. I mean, you get the, you know, the images of black love that you see out in the media, the abuse, the, you know, abandonment, all the negative connotations that comes with marriage. You get that if you marry the wrong person. And I will say that it's important to know yourself.
Exactly.
And where you are and where you see yourself going, because we're all different than the person that we were at the beginning of our relationship.
Exactly.
It's important to have a vision, to know where you're going, to know whether or not that person will be a good fit in your future life. Because they might be all fun and cool, cool to kick it with now in year one, but how will they handle struggle? How will they handle growth? How will they handle the adversities that comes with life? And do you want that person by your side?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think this quarantine, this pandemic has grown some marriages as well. I think because it threw some curveballs.
Lord knows it did.
Some major curveballs, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this pandemic, I think it was good and there was some bad in it, and I think that it kind of made you grow up differently. That you didn't I guess being uncomfortable. You put that uncomfortable button out there for you.
Yeah.
There's no escape from this.
No.
Where you can go? Outside where you're not supposed to be. We're in Atlanta. Well, where you gonna go?
Yeah.
The balcony, where you going? We here. Stick this shit out and make it work.
Right.
Right.
That's right. Anybody else want to add to that?
I think Brandy summed it up. She summed it up. I know for me, I thought I was content when I was alone. I was happy, but once I got in this relationship, we moved in together and we got married. It's definitely fun. It's so much better than being alone.
Yeah.
I actually got somebody to come home to and talk to, instead of coming home from work, going in my bedroom or in the living room watching TV by myself. I got my husband, it's definitely fun.
Yeah, she would not let me sleep on the couch. She would wake me up, baby, come to bed.
But again, you just like Brandy said, you have to know what you want before you get into this.
Yeah.
And if you already know what you want in a person, the do's and the don'ts, the pros and the cons, then you should be fine. It's fun. Who wouldn't want to spend the rest of their life with their best friend?
Right.
Agreed.
So Brandy summed it up perfectly.
Amber.
I'm sorry. I don't know why you said Brandy. I'm tipsy, y'all.
I'd be so sad.
Wait a minute, Amber put that finger up. She said,
I was like, okay.
Sorry about that.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Like our screens flipped over here, and I was like, somebody named Brandon. I was like, somebody came. Brandon, they came, and I was like,
I leave right up. I said, who is Brandon?
That's how you keep it spicy, Gary. You got Brandy and Amber over there.
You're role playing over there.
Yeah, look.
And he didn't tell me.
You made me forget.
Did you keep on?
My bad, Amber.
That's a couple that stick together.
Oh man.
oh, that is too funny. That's
gonna make me think about all of us need to take a trip out the country once.
Listen, I'm down. As soon as they say we safe,
I love it.
As soon as they say we safe, okay, I'm gonna be packed early. I'm normally the one that packed the day of. I'm gonna be packed 2 weeks early.
Look,
Passport by the door.
Right.
And I would like to say that we are all very lucky to have such great partners. Like when I hear my single friends talking about what dating pools they got,
It's scary.
They get on dating apps, hoping to get lucky. And you meet crazy folks. You meet folks who don't brush their teeth. You meet folks like you be hoping you don't end up on ID. Like, so I feel very lucky to not be part of this dating pool.
Amen.
Where I gotta guess how you feeling, guess who you presenting,
Amen.
guess what you gonna be today or tomorrow or in
Amen.
10 years. Like, I ain't got to worry about that. Like, so I feel like we are very, very, very fortunate to be in a relationship where we can continue to grow. Whether we change in 7 years, we have someone to grow with, and that we can at least trust and have some expectations and be going in the same direction with. Whereas folks out here, they just hoping.
Right.
Right. You absolutely right.
And they try to bring
I'm
you
so glad
down.
I ain't out here in these dating streets.
Hey, I tell mine all the time. I'm glad I ain't out there either. I be like, man, I ain't out
Half the
You streets ugly.
It's foggy. You don't know what's around me. There's too many hazards.
Oh man, you guys,
Folks get their feelings hurt, then come slice your whole family up.
Oh man.
I can't do it.
I know
But
that's right.
Money from you.
But yeah, I think yeah, once this virus go down, we can get back outside. We all need to plan something, link up or something like that. Cause Lord knows I am struggling.
I'm overdue, child. I'm overdue.
and y'all travel all the time.
Feel more than Ashley. I know y'all struggle
Yes.
Struggling.
as much as y'all like to travel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good question. Are y'all gonna get vaccinated if that becomes a travel requirement?
Listen,
The wife
I know
will
where
go.
I'm at, where I work at. Eventually, they're gonna make me have to do it. They're already started. It's already started.
Already started what? Testing?
Vaccinated.
Vaccination.
Oh, vaccinating. Okay.
Yeah, so they ain't already so they ain't already kind of told us, look, by the summertime, domestically, if you don't have a vaccination, you ain't gonna be able to go to certain states.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's already happening in the country. So I mean, going out the country, but with all the
That's
documents
crazy.
you got to have just to get in and out, and all the tests you got to have.
It's a
So
lot.
yeah,
It's a
they're
lot
going
right
to
now.
eventually, and I don't want to say make you, but if you want to do certain things, you're going to have to eventually take it. So unless you just gonna drive everywhere and
They'll still probably make you take it across
Right.
the border, but I mean, at this point in the game, for me, it's still too early. I still let everybody else go first and see how it
Yeah.
plays
Well,
out.
don't worry about it.
Exactly.
that's where we at.
Because I'm not anti-vax at all. I'm I don't. It's not like I'm over here like, oh no, I'm never. Vaccines are stupid, or it's not that. It's just for me. It's too new, and I just need to see how everybody react and make sure y'all don't grow, feathers and wings first before I'm like, okay,
I don't have no.
I don't think I got no wings.
That's where you don't have
I
nothing
think I'm
either, do you?
good.
you took it, Gary?
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
it's-
one dose.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I got boobs too.
Work with the homeless population out here, man. I got
right,
yeah, yeah,
right.
Correct.
yeah.
I mean, for those who are in professions where they are constantly at risk, I understand that. I'm just a little more cautious. Just me as a person in general. I like to have all my information and to see, the people I have known that have gotten it, they seem to be okay.
Right.
I just need a little more time so I can be like, okay, y'all sure, y'all, everybody good, all right,
Cause I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I've been worried because my sister took it, my mom took it, my granddaddy, who 89 years old, he took it.
Okay.
I felt like his reasoning was beyond that. He was like, if Obama take it, I'm taking it.
Hey, there you go. And
So-
that's that on that.
And that's why
He was
that's why
right.
Mary had a
he-
little lamb.
He was right in line. I was like, oh. But I was worried, but but they seem to be all right, and so I'm
I said it's the white people taking. I'm taking. Everything these white people doing. I'm taking.
that's the first time I heard that one.
Mr. I don't take vaccines.
Yeah, but I took the flu shot. Man, I took my first flu shot, and I haven't had a cough ever since. So, my wife was taking the vaccine. I'm taking.
I feel you. I just got my flu shot since the last time I got one was in high school.
I've never had
And
one.
my wife was like, "We got a baby. We got a baby.
That's right.
You unprotected."
That's right. The baby. Protect the baby. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I had to go and get a flu shot, and I mean, the dude he shot. It was so quick. I didn't even know he gave me a shot.
This is how it was for me.
Yeah, I ain't had no after. It's like, oh, I feel fine. I'm good. So when the vaccine do come available for me, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm getting it, man.
That second dose is a doozy.
Yes, that's that. The second dose, I was knocked out for about a good 48 hours, where I
Okay.
felt really fatigued. I felt like I was burning up from the inside. Muscles was dying. I was just happy they didn't give me no sterile water. That mean I got the real deal.
Right.
And
It's all right, Cam. It's all right, Cam. That mean it works.
It's all right, Calvin.
It's working, bro.
You don't see his face, though.
Right. He said,
That's how COVID is.
And she hear me now.
Exactly. Like,
Now,
yeah, but just understand, like Emma just said, man. And definitely it does give you the fatigue and everything else. But imagine not having the vaccine and actually going through that full fledged.
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
No,
No, correct. And,
which
and
which vaccine would you get though?
Well,
so what you get? I got Moderna too.
Okay.
So, I mean, Pfizer or Moderna would be the most common, but there's some other companies that are coming out too. So by the time, folks getting it who not in the field, it might be other ones out. But the two most common would be Moderna and Pfizer. And they both about equal in efficacy.
what do y'all think about
I
that?
think one thing I do like that a lot more people have been asking questions about the vaccines, and so I try to remind people that because when you see stuff and you like, I don't know about that, I don't know what effects gonna happen. Sometimes when people have like death or like some type of reaction that happens after the vaccine, it's not necessarily so much the vaccine itself, but sometimes it can ignite something else. So let's say you had lupus that you was gonna get anyway, but you needed a trigger. Sometimes a vaccine can be a stress trigger to your body's immune system, and it's like boom. And it's not necessarily the vaccine that caused it. It's just your immune system where revved up. And so I think sometimes that gets confused in media when they like, man, he died, he had a blood clot. Like it's like it just revved his body up, and it was like something was already there, but that revved it up. But that doesn't mean the vaccine in essence caused it, or will do it in you too. And most of the stuff in the vaccine, like within a week, you should have metabolized it out of your system. So having long-term effects isn't really like something that you're going to have because it's out of your system. The most that can happen is the vaccine not working for you. Because like some people just don't, your immune system, my immune system isn't the same. So if I build up some antibodies, you might not. And that's why they have you do the 2-dose thing, because they're trying to make sure you build up some antibodies, but everybody don't build up antibodies the same.
Right.
The same as like when kids got chickenpox shots, some of them kids still get chickenpox. It's not to say that you won't get chickenpox or like that you won't build it up, but it's just trying to reduce you from having to be in the hospital and dead. And, and it's like when you look at the numbers, you don't see nobody dead from the vaccine, but you see people dead from the COVID. So it'd be like, you nothing come without risk, but it's like choose what what the numbers are saying.
Right.
I hate all that.
Right. It's a lot.
I want to go outside again. Like,
Right.
Correct.
You ain't lying.
I want to go outside.
hey,
Man, we
and
had
I'm worried about my neighbor who got on the plane with COVID and I didn't, and they lied and I didn't, and then now I'm sick
Yeah.
and dead
That's
because
too
somebody
much.
want to be a,
super spreader.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I want to go to other countries. I don't want to be
Correct.
I want to go to Japan.
We got trips to plan.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, y'all, this has been an amazing experience. I have really enjoyed talking to everyone and for everyone sharing their stories and their journeys with us. I just really appreciate it. This was fun. I enjoyed myself. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
All right. I enjoyed myself. We are going to wrap up this season of our Journey of Love podcast. It's been real. I appreciate y'all. I want to just thank all of our listeners out there. Y'all are amazing for rocking with us for yet another season. Be sure to follow us on all our social media outlets: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio. As Bay like to say, we on
Everything.
We on everything, so be sure to follow us. And remember, y'all, love is patient, love is kind. Be sure to join us here next time. Peace.